I didn't like the first one, so why did I watch the second one? I don't know. I guess I like putting myself through pain. I try to remind myself that these are Wattpad fan fictions, so I can't really expect them to be great. But I still have some kind of expectation that they're gonna prove me wrong and they might be slightly good, but they're never good. Just to clarify, I do not dislike Anna Todd or the actors or anyone involved in the movies. I just really heavily dislike the books and the movies. But I don't hate the people, just the book, okay? I get into this review. I want to talk about this trend that is been happening with these teen garbage movies. Why the hell are they filming the third movie when the second movie is not even out? So After 3 is already being filmed, and it was filmed during they were filming the second one. Just like To All the Boys I Loved Before and The Kissing Booth. Who told you that we wanted the film? Just because the first one was good doesn't mean that the second one is gonna be good, because believe me, the second one from the To All the Boys I Loved Before, even though I actually liked the first one, the second one was total shit. And let's not even talk about The Kissing Booth and After. So why the hell are they filming the third movie when they don't even know if people will want to watch a third movie? I just don't get it. And this trend is not passing the vibe check, so please stop. Hey guys, my name is Sofia. I want to apologize if I look like I'm angry. I just don't really like the films, and I did my makeup today so I can like relax, but I'm not chilled. But I hope that doesn't stop you from maybe subscribing to my channel. I'm not like this all the time, I swear. And also maybe consider to follow me on my social media. And that's it, let's get into this video. Because the sooner I get into it, the sooner I can end it and I can just leave After out of my brain. So After 2 is a sequel to After. Tessa starts an internship. Over there she meets Trevor, aka Dylan Sprouse. And while that's happening, Harding is dealing with daddy issues, alcoholism, and just being his regular toxic, abusive self. Nothing new. The movie starts with Harding narrating what is supposed to be a thoughtful piece of literature in which he compares his toxic-ass relationship to Jane Austen and Shakespeare. I feel like a comparison to Twilight is not even fair. At least Twilight has vampires and werewolf, which is slightly interesting. It's still toxic, but it's slightly interesting. So what the fuck is that? Starting of the movie, Harding is crying and drunk in his car for whatever reason. A homeless man goes to him and tries to ask him something, and Harding just yells at him for no reason. While on Tessa's first day at the internship, she curses at Trevor, not once, but twice. And she also falls asleep on her desk. She calls Trevor an asswipe, which I've never heard that insult before, but I'm also no English native, so that checks out. Just because the doors of the elevator closed for a second and she couldn't just wait another second for them to open, so she just called him an asswipe. That's an amazing first day. She's on a business trip, which is really odd because she has just been an intern for a day and she's already going to a business trip. I've also never been an intern, so I don't know if that's just something very normal. I'm also not American, so I don't know how things work over there. And she goes to a party and she gets drunk, very drunk actually, which you should never do when you're in a business trip. Trevor goes to her hotel suite and they hang out for a bit. She later spills wine on his shirt and she pressures him into changing. Just when he's changing, Harding demands to enter the suite. I also don't remember how he even knew she was in that hotel. Like, I think she called him drunk. And he just knew where she was. He enters the suite not because she let him in, but he sees Trevor's glasses and he kicks the door in a very manly way.
How you been? Fucking Trevor!
Where Trevor was, and just kicked him out. He was accusing Trevor of taking advantage of Tessa. Remember, she was really drunk. And then they end up having sex. Again, remember, she's very drunk and he knows. They're forced to fake being together because bad boy didn't tell his mom they had broken up. Over there, the mom has a conversation with Tessa, telling her she has to deal with the hardest challenges. Honey, yes, of course, being abusive is definitely a challenge that you have to deal with when dating somebody. On Christmas Day, they both go to Harding's father's house to celebrate. Mr. Daddy Issues sketches over the new perfect family, and guess what he does? He gets drunk and eventually passes out. Tessa talks to Trevor about everything. She tells him about her relationship, and he's not really interested in hearing anything that she had to say, especially about their toxic relationship. And he warns her that Harding is no good. He actually says that he's toxic, so he's the only one with a brain cell in this whole movie.
In love with him.
I am.
Then you got yourself a problem.
Those are your words of wisdom.
Hey, I never said I had any words of wisdom.
No.
On New Year's, they go to a party and Tessa and Molly get into a physical fight. That was the only interesting part of the movie, although the fighting was really disappointing because it was just a very stupid fight. I wish we could have seen a little bit more of rivalry between them. After Daddy Issues and Dummy have sex, he reads a text from her phone from Vance about Tessa moving to Seattle, and Mr. Anger Issues leaves the room without leaving her some time to explain what happened, and runs to Jamie telling her to keep the conversation private. Miss Dummy misinterprets the situation, and instead of being a normal human being and just ask him what was happening, just having a little communication, she kisses a random dude. She assumes that he was cheating on her with Jamie, and she kisses a random dude. Which is totally what you do when you assume that your partner, your toxic partner, is cheating on you. Just kiss somebody else. Don't talk it out, just kiss somebody else. Don't break up, just kiss somebody else. Just get revenge. They fight and Harding doesn't text her back the entire night. The next day, when he finally does, she gets distracted and gets into a car crash. It's not like we don't really see a car crash on every fucking teenage movies. It's not like we ever see that. That's just one of a kind. Harding goes to Chris's farewell party, which upset Tessa. She was so upset that they left the party together. He promised her that he will never leave her. As they're leaving, the homeless man from the beginning that Harding screamed at reveals himself to be Tessa's dad. That's it, that's the whole movie. Problem with this movie and it being directed to teenagers. Romanticizes toxic abusive relationships and behaviors, making kids and teens think this is just normal and expected in a healthy relationship, which is not. And I guess you can fight it telling me that, oh, but everybody knows that this is not what a healthy relationship looks like. Me, a 20-year-old with experience, knows that this is not what a healthy relationship looks like. And probably me, when I was 16, I could have probably watched the film and said the same. Yeah, this is very toxic. But when I was 12 or 14, I don't think I would have made the same connotation. I think if I had watched this film when I was 12, I would have probably think that this is what is expected in a relationship. It's not easy for everybody to spot healthy and unhealthy traits, to realize and figure it out that someone is being toxic. It's not easy for everyone, and it's stupid to think that just everybody's gonna notice the red flags just like this. That was a really weak thing, but whatever. The movies are being sold as a love story, just like the books. There's nothing healthy in this, if we can even call it, we can't, a love story. I wrote down some of Harry's issues I saw in this movie, so I'm just gonna go over them. I'm not gonna get deep dive into them because then this video will never end. Number 1, unnecessary screaming at a homeless man. There's no need for you to be rude to that dude. If you don't want to talk to him, you can just say, hey, I'm sorry, I'm running late, can't talk. Taking advantage of drunk Tessa, especially when minutes before he kicked Trevor, accusing of him doing that same thing. It doesn't matter if they're together, they weren't together at that time, but it doesn't matter if they're together. Like, when you're drunk, you can't give consent. So even if they are together or they're not, like, he's still taking advantage of her. So losing control when he finds out that Tessa kissed another dude and they weren't together at the time. When you're not together, you can do whatever the fuck you want and you can't get mad about it. Daddy issues, just a red flag. And I'm saying this as someone who has daddy and mommy issues, so I know what I'm talking about. Mom referring to his toxic and abusive behavior has challenges. Hell yeah, because someone lying to you, manipulating and gaslighting you the whole time, it's just a small challenge that you have to deal with when being together with them. Making her uncomfortable in yoga class. It's not the time or the place for you to be horny teenagers and say the things that he said during the class. Just wait until you two are home or just go to the bathroom and have sex over there, but there's no need to say those things in the middle of the fucking class. They mainly only have sex when she's drunk. Communication problems, they do not know how to communicate. They only yell at each other or have sex when she's drunk. So yeah, and a slut shaming. Let's not even go over that. We all know what a slut shaming is. The cousin swearing in this movie is off the roof. They really think that the only problem with the first one was that it was too PG-13, so they chose to drop F-bombs and sexual phrases every 5 minutes. And it's really annoying because the main person that is saying those F-bombs all the time is Harding, and I have a problem with it because I already find his voice annoying enough where I think that he's faking a British accent, but it's actually his real British accent because the actor is actually British. So now he's trying to say those F-bombs that doesn't really fit into the story.
Now get the fuck off me. Don't fucking talk about her, okay? Don't fucking Trevor. Fuck off. Would never kiss a fucking stranger I was fucking Molly. Fuck! You know I fucked up, I know! Told her I fucked Molly. Oh, fuck this. Of course I fucking love her. She's saying fuck her. Fuck. Fuck no. It's the fucking heat. I don't give a fuck what people think, shit. Don't say fuck. What the fuck is wrong with you? Look at your fucking trousers, I'm sorry. I fucking watched it happen, you fuck you, Molly. What the fuck? I hate me, fuck off. What the fuck? Fucking kiss the guy right in front of me. The fuck is wrong with you? I would never fucking cheat on you. That's what I fucking do. Fuck you. Fuck off. Fuck the fucking car. Don't fucking fuck. Trevor, what the fuck are you doing with Tessa's? I'm not fucking paying.
But whatever. Throughout the movie, they keep repeating how Tessa brings out the best of him. If that's the best of him, I don't even want to see his worst. He seems happy with her, and that kind of fits into women being the fixer of men problems. Thanks to her, he's a better man, and making her believe she can't live him because he will be back to his old self when she's gone, and it's her fault. Remember, ladies, we're not supposed to fix men problems. They're supposed to fix them themselves, and we can walk out whenever we want. And it's not our fault if they're being toxic and abusive. It's not our fault they have daddy issues. That's something that they have to fix on their own. We are not here to fix them because we have our own problems and we cannot deal more than we can deal with them, okay? Like, I'm not dealing with someone else's problem. I have my problems. Why do I have to deal with yours? This is why I'm always single. My thoughts. Do people actually like Harding? Like, do they actually find him attractive personality-wise? Because in this movie, they don't even try to hide the fact that he's toxic. Unlike the first one, which that makes Tessa even more stupid for sticking together with him. I really want to ask, if there's someone that actually enjoyed the movie, can you tell me, what is it that he has that that makes him likable or attractive? And I'm not talking about physical appearance, I'm talking about the character. Like, what does he have that it's so hot? I don't even want to say that Trevor was a better choice because the second guy from the second movie never has a chance. Even though he is the better choice, he is the better guy, but he doesn't have a chance because he never do. Since we're on the subject, let's talk about it. Why do every teen movie follow the same aspect? A white girl that is not like other girls, boring as hell, meets the first guy who's a bad boy but actually is toxic and obviously hot. They date, they have a clearly toxic relationship, break up, girl meets second guy who is nice and overall better than the first guy and equally as attractive. Since he's the second guy, he never has a chance because she met the toxic one first. Why does that always happen? It's happening to all the boys I loved before, the Kissing Booth. I'm pretty sure it happened in Twilight as well. It's just happening every fucking where, and I'm just tired of it. It kind of teaches you that if you're in a love triangle where you have to choose between these two people, which does that even happen in real life? I can't even get one guy and like I'm supposed to be in a love triangle. Honey, I can't. But like if you're ever in that situation, you're supposed to choose the first guy because you have history with this guy and you've known this guy longer, so he's just overall the better choice. Just because you have history with someone or you've known this person for a longer time doesn't mean that they're the better choice and doesn't mean that you should stick with them. Sometimes all you need is somebody new that you don't really know to just make your life better. So it just doesn't really make sense to me when, especially because you can clearly see that that person is not good for you. So why are you sticking with that person? Just spice it up. Switch the second guy, see how it goes, and if, yeah, it really doesn't work out, then just find another dude, a third dude. Don't go back to the first one. Oh my gosh. I think I made myself very transparent on the fact that I didn't enjoy it. I have a special hatred towards the books because of it being a One Direction fanfic, where she couldn't get Harry any more inaccurate as possible. I am a former Directioner, so I never really read the book. I've read bits and stuff, and I just know that it's just not good. And it's just, you know, I know Wattpad fanfictions are not the best. I know that in fanfiction it's really common for it to be toxic relationships and all that stuff. So I'm not mad at the fact, I'm just mad at the fact that Harden's character was inspired on Harry Styles. Like, on Harry Styles, do you really see Harry Styles as a very toxic, abusive human being? The Mr. Treat People in Kindness dude? So the sun is gone. So let me just wrap this video real quick. So this is it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, I don't like After. I knew I was gonna like the movie, and I'm sorry if I was too negative, but I just didn't like it, and I'm just being honest. So leave a comment down below on what you thought about the movie. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and just remember to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!